5 on the logo loop. ball. Michigan. hockey and a stick. I'm learning still. Hey, this should be at 0, right?
Walked up to the top step and I was like, why is it so much hotter than the lower 3 stair? Relax. I was like making sure I can get all the corners back and forth.
I guess I can put that.
Are you a low walker? I can be. Oh yeah, when you pass that, I went watching the UNC game. Were they going this way? Wait, so is Amy coming? UNC is still winning. Yeah, with 6 minutes and 30 seconds left in the fourth. 20-17. What? But Houston has the ball.
Are they on their run then?
They're on the 30 in their end. Damn, imagine being able to freaking catch. Oh, this team sucks. But I guess our quarterback only has like one hand right now.
Don't.
Oh, I heard you.
Don't touch anything.
Don't touch anything, Sean.
Started getting nervous.
When the players come
Hey,
out.
Allen will get the start, and on the other side for the Rams, Curtis Fritzler will get the start tonight. Last night in net, it was Cross North for the game, played a strong game in net, but the special team struggles for the Rams will cost them the game. Went 0-4 on the power play and gave up, like I said earlier, 4 power play goals to the Pioneers. And looking to stay disciplined tonight, Doug Sheridan looking to regroup his team, and a new team and a lot of new faces for the Rams. A couple of standout players last game, David Marcus and Sam Burgess making an impact early, and Marcus with the lone assist on Jacob Zier's goal in that game. And the Rams, looking to start strong in this game as well. Both teams waiting to come out on the ice, and we are excited to bring you this game here at Epic Ice Center. You are watching Rams Hockey on Price Productions. First period, moments away from getting started. Both teams come on the ice. And as mentioned in the last game, the Rams rocking their new uniforms this year. Tonight they'll be wearing their home whites with the green trim and the gold trim. And for the Buffs, wearing their black with their gold lettering and numbers. And we will bring in the starting lineups and then the national anthem here. And then the first period underway. So starting lineups in just a moment.
Welcome to tonight's CSU local league match between CU Buffalo and the CSU Rams. Starting tonight for the visiting team. In net, number 31, Caleb Allen. At left D, number 5, Gage Perry. At right D, number 23, Calvin Stone. At left wing, number 91, Elijah Sue. At center, Alex Booth. At right wing, number 71, David Murphy. Now for your CSU Rams starting lineup. In net, number 1, Curtis Pritchard. At left D, number 12, Logan Warfield. At right D, number 17, Tyler Vaughn. At left wing, number 3, Sam Burgess. At center, number 10, Justice Harrison. In that right wing, number 26, Jackson O'Brien. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand with your hats as we honor the nation with a rendition of the national anthem.
National anthem aside, a new rendition that I've never heard of. But either way, the first period here at Epic Ice Center coming to you. And as mentioned previous, CSU looking to get up back on track after losing their season opener to the Pioneers. Looking to put on a show for the home crowd. A good turnout tonight on both sides. And in net, Curtis Fritzler will get the start. Sam Burgess, Logan Warfield, Tyler Vaughn, Jackson O'Brien, and Eustace Harrison will be getting the start for the Rams. On the other side, Caleb Allen will start in net for the Buffs. And Gage Perry, Calvin Stone, Elijah Sue, and Alex Boak and David Lefkis will get the starting lineup for the Buffs. Both teams getting ready here at the Epic Ice Center. We're happy to have you tonight here watching Rams hockey here on Price Productions. And last broadcast, I apologize, I thought wearing the number 10 sweater was Tyler Kunkel, but it is actually Eustace Harrison rocking with this first line. He will step in to take the face-off against Calvin Stone, and the Buffs will collect win that face-off. Both teams looking strong here. O'Brien will swat it out. And not enough juice on this puck. Lefkis will clear it down and gloved by Logan Warfield into the Buffs bench. So a couple seconds off of the first period. We'll get another face-off. We'll talk about Sam Burgess. A couple of nifty moves last night against the Pioneers. Didn't get on the score sheet, but definitely looking to make an impact here. Buffs miscommunication in the neutral zone. CSU will collect that. Burgess with a forechecking back effort. And we'll see if the Rams can be a little bit more aggressive on the forechecking tonight. A little bit too hemmed in their zone last game against the Pioneers. DU able to do what they want for the majority of the night against the Rams in their defensive zone. Turnover. The Buffs trying to get the neutral zone set up. Nothing there. They'll have to reset into neutral zone. This puck will come into Warfield. He'll just clear it out, but that puck will be intercepted. Sent down, waiting for it, Vaughn. He will clear it out. Nothing yet in the neutral zone for the Rams. The other way, DePonio. A turn around shot here, blocked. And a great effort there by Warfield. DePonio, again, out in front. The puck lays there. Stone will collect. First, the Buffs getting set up in the zone. Vaughn reaches for it, not able to get there, so the Buffs will stay in the zone. Cross-side pass intercepted by the Rams, and they'll transition the other way. Cleared down and a big collision there. Prime Morales and Stone. And first greetings there. De Los Santos. And Morales battle in the corner. De Los Santos off for a line change, and Dennis White wore 22 last year, rocking the number 4 this year. 1-on-1. Flitchler behind the net. Took a funky hop off the boards. Kept in, shot here, blocked down, tipped momentarily, and Fritzler will cover up. It was cross north for the Rams in the first game. And these Rams played really tight 40 minutes into that game. Like I said, going into the second intermission, it was a 2-1 game that DU led. But then the power play struggles in the third period ultimately what caused CSU to lose their home opener. And going 0-4 on the power play for the Rams last night didn't help their chances as well. They're looking to change that. The puck came out of play, so neutral zone face-off just over by the right wing, or by the boards. CU dump it down on the ice. A good hustle there. Behind the net. Clearing attempt kept in momentarily. CU is able to collect at their own blue line. Clears a shot on here, and Fritzler was able there. A long shot. That was David Lefkis, or excuse me, Polasek rather, with a long shot from the red line. And CU riding down the roster today, looking at a lot of faces from last year returning to this Buffs team, and that's always a good sign going into a new year. All players, and the chemistry is already built in. 2-on-2 the other way for the Rams. This is Sleds. Gets bumped off the corner of Polasek without his stick, and Marcus gets bumped off into the corner. Karpanoff, Sleds, has White out in front, was looking for White, and he fans on the shot. Carlton loses the possession, and the 2-on-2 the other way. CU with speed. And they'll lose the puck there. Wearing 22, Max Newmar was able to get his man off there. And the whistle here, I believe. Oh, it's so power play opportunity for the Rams. I believe it was an interference call sitting in the box for CU. It's number 25. And so power play was a struggle for the Rams last night. They get the first opportunity today and looking to change that. Face off here, sent 200 feet down. Fritzler playing out of the net. Warfield, new member of this team this year, start the transition. Move it back to Warfield. And see CSU can get on the board first with their first power play of the night. And not able to get anything set up. O'Brien, trouble handling the pass there, and crashing down on him was 33. That was Alex Boak. So CSU looking to get something up. O'Brien swings it down, send behind the net. Allen sweeping out. This puck will come out of play. So 1:09 left on the first power play for the Rams, and the scoreboard ticked off a couple more seconds. So it shows 1:07 here. But no shot registered on this power play. Sam Burgess will step in and take the face-off against Elijah Sue for the Buffs, one of the new faces on this team. Gave him a shout out on the CU's Instagram page. Congratulations on joining the Buffs team this year. CSU going to set up in power play. O'Brien with a shot from the circle, not on. Warfield behind the net. Harrison trying to get up there, and CU will send it 200 feet. O'Brien with the shot, wasn't able to get it on net. 37 seconds left on the first power play for the Rams. Wild off the bench, gets it over to O'Brien. And Burgess trying to race it out of the zone. It's bumped off there, and the CU penalty killers doing a good job not letting CSU set up anything for this first opportunity. Just 15 seconds left on the first power play, and the CU penalty killers doing what they need to. Wild. Try to get one last rush for the Rams. Backhand off the skates there, and that just about does it for the first power play. So no damage there for the Buffs. And CU looking to set up in the offensive zone. Carlton tried to bump his man off, took the brunt of that hit, but he's able to collect. Carlton the other way. Carlton had an absolute beautiful goal last year and a shot here that would be saved by Allen. But in the semifinal games against Wyoming, Zach Carlton with a beautiful goal at the top of the left circle helped his team win that game by a score of 5-3 against the Cowboys. And ultimately, the Rams losing to Metro State in the quarterfinals 7-0. But it was an absolute wicked wrister from Carlton. And we got to see that goal scored at the Greeley Ice House, one of the only games that the Rams played in Greeley. The Buffs will send it the other way. Neffs loses the puck behind the net. And CU looking to get something set up. Behind the net, pressure there. CU doing a good job cycling. Stone back to Neffs. We'll give it back to Stone with some room. Stone out in front, and a kicking attempt there to hit the side of the net. I think if that went in, I think the refs would have looked at a potential kicking motion there. So CU with a good offensive pressure here. Stone, a nifty move, a shot from the point. I think off, hit the, sent wide of the net. Some good chances there from Stone. And the CU keeping it in. And finally, CSU is able to touch it up and get some new change. That wasn't tipped on. He was looking for Nate Bishop. He wasn't able to get his stick, so CSU is not able to get their change. The face-off here for the Buffs. A good opportunity, some tired legs for the Rams. About 13-15 left in the first period, no score. CSU with the first power play opportunity of the game was unable to convert on that chance. So the season total for them, 0-5 for the power play, and that is just an area that the Rams would like to address and get some momentum going for that. CU shot here sent into the corner. Some battle behind the net. Luke Hansen pushes his man in the corner. Burgess joins him. It'll come free, kicked up to the point. And CU keeping it in the zone, and a shot here sent wide. Come to the stick of the CU. The Rams having trouble getting it out and finally come out to them. And a stretch pass here, a miscommunication, but finally CSU is able to get a desperately needed line change. The other way, the Buffs. Cross ice has blocked there. Harrison with a good defensive stick. Miscommunication here behind the net. Warfield's able to get it out over to Vaughn. Vaughn slows it up. Cross ice pass behind Warfield, so he'll have to skate back into his zone. Warfield, backhand pass there. O'Brien will catch it with the glove and send it down, and Allen will cover up. A couple of good chances there for the Buffs in the Ram zone. A couple of shots sent wide. You can see the area which the Buffs are looking for. Curtis Fritzler, new to this team, didn't play on the Rams last year. And a good pass here the other way from Buffs. Again, onside, a shot here, saved by Fritzler. And a great cross-ice pass there. Fritzler was able to see that all the way. And so good transition play for the Buffs. Was able to get that cross-ice pass. And I think that was Polasek with the shot, or rather Goki on the right wing. So it remains a scoreless game. Face-off coming up in the Rand zone. Harrison wins that face-off back to Vaughn. And Vaughn over to Warfield, fans on that pass. Vaughn's able to trying to get it out, and it does. And CU will send it back the other way. Burgess bumps off his punt. Net there again, and another hit on Burgess. Knocks him off the puck. Sam Drant behind his net gets a little shoving. And a hit here in a first power. That's going to go on Harrison. And the hit, and that's going to be a boarding call there. And slow to get up there. That's Gen. So the first power play opportunity for the Buffs. A sore spot for the Rams last night. And a big opportunity moments into this game. 11:25 left, no score. That's Eustace Harrison, a new member on this Rams team that's going to be serving the 2-minute penalty. Now Lefkis to take the face-off. He has Smithberger on the wing with him, and CSU getting sorted out, getting the correct players on the ice for this first penalty kill for the Rams. So everything gets sorted out. Dennis White and Prime Morales will skate off. Coming on, that's Benton Walshaw and Dennis White. CU setting up on this power play. Taponio out in front. Pass here to the point. Cross ice here on top of the circle. A shot saved and a rebound there. He scores! Corey Taponio on the power play. And Curtis Fritzler reached out for a diving shot there, and Taponio puts the Buffs on top. So the penalty kill woes continue for the Rams. That is now their 5th power play goal given up in the last 2 periods, going back to DU and now tonight. And just a concerning trend early on in the season. Face-off won by the Rams. Vaughn over to Kirk Slaw, a returner from last year. CSU They went down 1-0 against the Pioneers. They were able to tie that game up with about 3 minutes in the first period. The Rams will see if they can tie this up again. A long shot here. Allen will glove it and keep it in play. Forechecking effort there. CU's able to collect in their zone. Stretch side pass there, and a good idea. And an absolute four-car pileup initiated there by Tyler Vaughn. Took 2 Buffs out. And good intensity and a whistle here. And another penalty taken by, that's Aubrey Prime Morales. And so after just scoring their first power play, the Buffs will go on the power play again. So constantly mistakes early on in the Rams have a possibility to go down 2-0. Morales will sit in the sin bin for the next 2 minutes. CSU desperately needs to kill this penalty to avoid going down 2-0. Clearing attempt, Carson Petz on the penalty kill. He'll come out of the zone. And CU will look to set up on their second power play of the night. DePonio, the goal scorer. Cross-eye circle here and a shot. Didn't make it on net, and a sliding attempt, and that one hurt. There's a Rams player down. A cross-ice pass. The play continues. There is a Ram player on the ice, and he is in pain. And a whistle's finally blown. I believe that, I imagine that might be Dylan De Los Santos that's down on the ice in pain. He took, rather that's Logan Warfield. Blocked that shot, and the trainers will come on the ice and was able to get him on his own 2 feet, so that's always a good sign, and Warfield will skate to the bench on his own power, so hope he is all right. Logan Warfield, a new member on this Rams team, and the play continued there. I wondered what the scenario would have been if that cross-ice pass connected and the Buffs would score on that. Nevertheless, minute 32 on the second power play for the Buffs. Smithberger will step in this first power play unit with Lefkis, as Alexandrov, his D partner. Face off won by the Buffs. Alexandrov surveying the point. Over to Lefkis. Cross-ice pass here behind the net. CU looking to go to work. Carlton on him. Back to the point. Cross-ice pass over to Ponyo. Below the circle, out in front, block shot there, and Fritzler able to come out, and some extracurriculars after the whistle, some more pushing and shoving. So CU will get their second power play unit on the ice. A minute 8 left on the second power play opportunity. It's a 1-0 game with 9:31 left in the first period. And well, everybody is all said. Another CU member, two matching minors for both CU and CSU. I believe we'll be playing 4-on-4. And, I didn't see what was, it must have been a roughing call for both teams. So, matching minors, CU will stay on the man advantage. I'm gonna go back to work with just a minute left. Matching roughing minors. Cross-ice pass here, and a tip and a decide here, and a snap stick. A yard sale, and another penalty coming up on the Rams. That's going to be a tripping call on Luke Hansen as he brought his guy down in the corner. And so danger for the Rams here. Or it's left. That is Elijah Sue skating to the CU bench, taking the call there, and I thought they would get Hansen on the trip because Sue was the one that fell on the ground. And so it will be 4-on-4 for the next 49 seconds. More and more players begin to pile up in the respective penalty boxes for each team. And you can see Elijah Sue, which is throwing his hands up in the air like, what did I do? So nevertheless, 2 minutes on the board, and the Rams 4-4 the next 47 seconds. CU will collect the puck in their zone. Other way, good move, Alexandrov. 1-on-3, Alexandrov takes it behind the net. Out in front, Stone, survey from the point, takes it to the middle, over to his D partner. Cross-ice pass here, a little bit too hot to handle for Alexandrov. Take it down to the zone, behind the net, able to get on it. Marcus, CU try to get it the other way. Lift it in, behind the net, Marcus giving chase, but CU's able to collect and go the other way. 3-on-2 if they hurry, the Buffs and the Rams zone. Stone, 2 Rams on him, and Marcus is able to bump it off. So a slow pace in this 4-on-4 for the Rams. Almost a dangerous pass there. The Rams will take it the other way. Sleds gets past one. Sleds 1-on-3. Falling shot here. And Allen makes the easy save there. 50 seconds on the first power play for the Rams. It's now 5-on-4 for CSU. Harrison out of the box will come in to take the face-off. Against Saul Drach, and Drach wins it back. So 1-on-1. Goki pushes his man off on behind the safety of his net. O'Brien will come in, take it the other way. 33 seconds left. CSU looking to get set up on their first power play. It was a 1-0 game, and offsides. So just confusion and miscommunication, and CSU just not able to get anything set up and are dangerous on this power play. The faceoff will come all the way down to the Ram zone. And so not a good looking power play so far for the Rams. Harrison will win it back over to Warfield. Vaughn skated in 1-on-2. Vaughn with speed gets it behind the net first. And the puck out in front and a glove save. Wow, with a beauty. That's a reactionary save there by Caleb Allen. And out in front of the low in the net. Didn't see it, but beautiful save. Keeps this game a 1-0 in favor of the Buffs. The puck kind of harmlessly trickled out in front, and Eustace Harrison thought he might have had an easy goal there. Sent right into the glove of the waiting Allen. About 6 seconds left on the power play. And on their feet. So we're all even up, 5-on-5, clearing attempt here all the way down and winning that foot race. Fritzler will play it, but CU doing a good job keeping it in. Below the circles. Backhand pass here. Turnaround shot wasn't able to make it through. 4-car pile up. Will come out for Sioux. Falling down, able to get it there. And left gets the shot here and stick side. Good looking shot there from David Lepkus. Behind the net, looking for out in front. He had a man there. Good stick by Carlton to deny that pass. Buck will come free. Lepkus swaps out of Lepkus. He shoots and he scores! David Lepkus with some confusion in the Rams zone sends it high on the short side, and it's a 2-0 game for the Buffs. And Lepkus, beating the 2 Rams defensemen, was able to hop on that loose puck with his long reach, able to collect and just send it just high and on the glove side of Fritzler. And so 2-goal deficit here for the Rams, 6:30 in the first period. And already down a 2-goal deficit. But Lepkus, good finish on that goal. Bishop with the forecheck there. CU doing a good job getting it out. Smithberger onside, and Fritzler will cover up. So early 2-goal deficit for the Rams. A lot of game left. You can't afford to get down into the large deficits that the Rams last year found themselves facing a majority of their games. And the Buffs, the Rams rather, keep it in. Bishop will get it out. CU on the first one on it. Forechecking here. CU the other way. And just pitching cats back and forth. Neffs collect that puck by his blue line. Cross ice over for Stone. 2-on-2 the other way. Stone with a shot blocked here. Smithberger collects. Cross ice pass. Hackett had trouble handing the puck there. Kicks it in though. Good effort. Zaponio pushes it out. Back to Zaponio. And it was looking for the shot here. Neffs couldn't get the puck there. Springing the other way. 2-on-1 as the Rams hurry. White with Burgess. Cross ice pass here. Too hard to handle. Out in front, and a good clearing attempt there. The pass was a little bit too much. Newmar was looking for White, or Burgess rather, behind him. Falling down here, Burgess trying to get on it. Rams are offside. Get a line change. So a turnover here out in front, a shot save. Harrison tried to go 5-hole on Allen. Some pressure here from the Rams. Fan on the shot, Vaughn. Keeps it in. Two Buffs were looking to go the other way. It comes out. Warfield shove it back in. Stretch pass here. Tipped on Alexandrov. And rather, it wasn't tipped, and so it's an icing on the Buffs. 4:38 left in the first period. CU leads by a goal of 2-0. Scored 2-0 rather, excuse me. And a little offensive burst there for the Rams. Harrison was trying to beat Allen on the 5-hole, and Allen came up with a good save there. Face-off came out. Warfield was already out of the zone, so the Rams will have to retreat. And a turnover here. The Buffs shot here sent over the net, out of play. So a miscommunication to one end left to another chance for the Buffs in their own, or the offensive zone for the Rams. Warfield. Miscommunications in the zone for the Rams, trying to break that early season rust off. Their second game of the season. This is the first game for the CU men's D2 team, having a 2-goal lead against the Rams. CU last year swept the series against the Rams. Looking to start this season 1-0 against them. A backhanded pass off the side of the net. And Harrison is able to collect behind. O'Brien will try to sweep it out. Too hard to hair. The Buffs turnover. Will keep it in. Good drop pass here. Shaking his man. Breaking some ankles. Turnaround shot here behind the net. The Buffs out in front. Cross ice pass. Shot here. Save. Stick side. The rebound's there. It's still there. And it stays out. It trickled through Fritzler's pass, and Carlton was able to sweep it off the blue line. Carlton, the other way, just saved a goal there. Carlton will lose the puck and then hit his man there. But a great defensive effort there from keeping the Rams going down 3-0. And miscommunication there. The Buffs the other way. That's Chase Messner out in front, swatted into the corner. Buck the other way. Marcus loses the puck. Not able to translate the neutral zone there. A shot sent behind the net. Sue out in front. Backhand shot here. Sent behind the net. And then White on net. Allen will play this. A good pass here. Intercepted. The Rams looking to get something up with the 2:46 left in the first period. Not able to get into the zone and generate some real chances so far in this period. Marcus. Void to check there, loses, or the CU player rather, loses his stick. Sue all by himself. Gets bumped off there. Good forecheck by the Buffs. Newmar tried to get it out. Kept in behind the net. Cross-ice pass here. Sleds will just backhand this just to the blue line. See you into the zone. Saponio with a chance there. Just chaos in the neutral zone for both teams. Each side not really able to get into the zone. Battle. Two Buffs will finally come out for the Buffs. And Smithberger will collect it behind the net. Has a man out in front, was looking for him. Stone will collect it out the zone. Point. Smithberger, get it there. Some tired Rams legs out there. CU winning the puck battles right now. Shot from here, blocked in the corner. Smithberger wasn't able to get it on net. Still CU's possession. Smithberger trying to get it past there. Good stick there by Lucas Wild. The Rams right now not able to get into a rhythm. Cross-ice pass here, miscommunication. Prime Morales. Nate Bishop in the lineup tonight. Just the Rams just cannot navigate through the neutral zone. 3-on-2 down here, out in front, and a great save by Fritzler. Stop that chance there by Dominic Alexandrov. Was able to make his way across the ice. So it remains a 2-0 game, just 52 seconds left in the first period. Goals tonight, opening up the scoring for the Buffs was Corey Taponio. Able to, just with an excellent reach, was able to just house it top shelf and beat Fritzler on the power play. Another shot here and a save. Fritzler out of his net, and a penalty coming up on the Buffs. It will be tripping, so Fritzler out to the net. And so with 40 seconds left, the second power play for the Rams. And so there will be carryover penalty time for the Rams going into the second period, but they would love to skate into the locker room with the goal here. Dominic Alexandrov in the sin bin for a tripping minor. And CSU wasn't able to generate anything on their first power play opportunity. Looking to change that here. Face-off one. Vaughn. Burgess, cross-ice pass to Warfield. Warfield back to Vaughn. Took a funky bounce off the board. Harrison waiting behind there. And it will come out just as far as the neutral zone. And it'll be slammed in. But no Rams waiting for that puck there. And so with just about 19 seconds, the Buffs okay with just milking some clock off and skating to the dressing room with a 2-0 lead. Miscommunication there. Warfield. One last rush before the period ends. Warfield. And as the beat the CU forwards, but with a minute 21 left, there will be a minute 21 of power play time for the Rams going into the second period. Your score here in Epic Ice Center, it's 2-0 for the Buffs. We will step aside. You are watching Rams hockey here on Price Productions. Welcome back to the Epic Ice Center here in Fort Collins, Colorado. Score is 2-0 for the Buffs. One goal scoring on the power play from Corey Taponio. And then moments towards the dying in the letter of the first period, it was David Lefkis with the second goal of the game. And that is the difference so far for tonight. The Rams coming back from in the second period will have a power play starting the period with 1:21 left. And 0-2 on the power play so far. The Rams were not able to score on the power play last night against the Pioneers, and looking to change that tonight. And for the Buffs, they finished 1-2 on their power play chances in the first period, and they have the 2-goal cushion. We're waiting for both teams to come back on the ice. We will bring you the second period here momentarily. You are watching Rams hockey on Price Production. Moments away here from the second period as the Rams looking to come back from down 2-0. And both teams have to wonder in the locker room. Doug Sheridan talking to his guys, telling them gotta have more crisp passes and just more clear communication, as right now it just seems that the communication for Doug Sheridan's lines is not there. Just some costly turnovers in the neutral zone and just some chances and passes that aren't being tape to tape, and that will come with more games under these young men's belts and just with their line chemistry. But we will see if the Rams are able to get within one with the power play that they have left. It was I believe it was a interference call before the end of the penalty, the end of the period. So it'll be 5-on-4 for the next 1:21. And it was Dominic Alexandrov that is facing the minor. Eustace Harrison in for the faceoff for the Rams. Pushed back, Vaughn. Send it over to Marcus. The Rams need to strike on this power play. They cannot afford going down. And a slashing call here as Logan Warfield loses his stick. Snapped in half right in front of the referee. And so Warfield will need to get a new stick. Rather, there's no one going to the penalty box, so it remains 5-on-4 for the next minute. CSU, Warfield. Over for O'Brien, will swing it around the boards. Harrison waiting. Off his skate, Vaughn with the backhand, keep it in. And CSU is able to bounce on it, the puck momentarily. Warfield. Over to Burgess. Vaughn. Onside. Two Buff players on him, knocking off the puck. Good penalty killing early on in this penalty. Turnover here. O'Brien out in front. He had a man there. Wasn't able to put the shot on net. O'Brien in the corner. Still in the corner. O'Brien with possession gets stripped. And a foot race the other way. So 19 seconds left on this third power play opportunity. One last rush for the Rams. Trespass here. Harrison one on, and a shot that didn't make it on net. Harrison again in the corner, battling. Cross-ice pass, good defensive stick there. That was the stick of Gage Perry. And then that does it for the power play. 2-on-2 the other way. A shot here saved by Fritzler. So 0-3 on the power play. Combined 0 for 7 in the last 2 games for the CSU Rams, and just not getting any offensive spark on the power play so far early in the season. Buffs won this back. Cross-ice pass down the circle of space, and a shot here sent over the net. The CUD having time and space to the circles. That was a dangerous looking chance there. CU not done here. Again, gets the puck stripped away there. It will come out. Marcus. White over for Sleds. And a whistle here. And it will be another power play coming up. I'm waiting to see. It will be on, that's Max Newmar. And so it's another power play opportunity. It will be the third power play for CU tonight. Already 1 for 2. Looking to make this a 3-0 game. .18:04 in the second period. CU rather, with another opportunity. Face off, controlled by Stone. Gets it down over to Sue. Sue sends it wide. Behind the net, CU set up on this power play. Over to Sue again. Shot here, and Fritzler is able to cover up. And not a lot of time and space for the CU forwards, able to just paint the net. But a good save there by Curtis Fritzler. 1:40 on this third power play opportunity for the Buffs. Stone surveys the point. Slap shot here, and they score! Alex Boak with the clapper beats Fritzler low and on the right pad side. It's a 3-0 game. Another power play goal given up by this Rams penalty killing. Just loaded the clapper there and did not miss for Alex Boak. Now it's a 3-0 game, and credit for the Buffs power play. Again, 2 power play goals, and there was 1 even strength goal. That was the Lefkis goal scored in the first period. CU needs a goal in the worst way, trying to get one here. And a shot here saved by Allen. The puck will score down in the zone. Carlton go back there in the forecheck. Almost a dangerous pass. Hansen loses the puck there, and DePonio was offside, so Neffs wasn't able to jump on the loose puck. Carlton swatting at the puck there. Sent all the way down to Fritzler. 4-car pileup in the boards. Will come out for CSU. Good pass there. 2-on-2 the other way. Burgess loses the puck, waiting for Delos Santos. Couldn't hold on to the loose puck. CU will collect in the neutral zone. Cross-ice pass here. He had a man, Burgess. Wasn't able to hold on to the puck. And there is a Buffs player without a stick. That's number 66. That's Hunter Warstad. He was able to collect the loose wood. Turnover pass here. CU looking to get on the board. Backhanded pass, no one home. O'Brien swatted over to Harrison. Burgess tried to get up to the point. Pinching in. Harrison joins the fight too. Will come out the other way, the Buffs. 2-on-1 if they hurry. O'Brien doing good to get back there. A whistle here. Stoppage of play. The puck came out of into the netting. So an offensive zone face-off for the Buffs. Made it 3-0 a couple moments ago on the power play as Alex Boak, his first goal of the season. Face-off controlled by the Buffs. Lefka's shot went behind the net. Good forechecking here. Sue turns around. Stu with a quick shot here. The rebound there trickled into the crease. Lefkis was looking for the second of the game. And CSU right out there, and a whistle here again. So we'll see. Get the play reset. Another face-off in the Ram zone. Alexandrov. Step in against Harrison for this next face-off. And Dylan De Los Santos will skate on for the Rams. They're missing a man, so some miscommunication on the lineup for the boards. Morales, backhanded pass there, blocked in the neutral zone. De Los Santos with a good forechecking stick there. And a play there, bounces up in the net. Meet and greet over by the boards. Morales tried to get his zone in. And the Rams only get as far as the low left circle in the Buff zone. CSU tonight not really generating any offensive pressure so far in the Buff zone. Looking to change that in the second period. The puck will come free. Forechecking, a hip check there, but the puck will go all the way down. Alexandrov beats the foot race. The Buffs in the Ram zone. Looks out in front, a quick shot there, saved by Fritzler. This puck will go out into the neutral zone. Stone will collect it in his own zone. Stone the other way through the neutral zone, gets it over. Shot here, blocked and sent out of the net. That was Maris Krausikas. Sorry if I messed that name up. But a good looking shot there. Blocked on before it went on the net. 14:22 left in the second period. A goal added on to CU's lead at the start of the period. Their second power play goal of the night. CU looks out in front, and a shot here, saved, rebound there, and it trickled wide. Frischler was able to get a piece of it. Sent the other way. Stone collected the balloon line. Over for Vaughn, Sleds rather. Gets stripped of the puck, good defensive play there. The Rams, Marcus, a shot here, rebound laid there for Sleds, wasn't able to put it home. Great save, Allen. The rebound was there. Sleds, forechecking there. The Buffs send it into the zone. Carlton, over for Newmar. The puck will come out. Over the other way, trying to spring Carlton. Carlton loses the puck there. Marcus joins him over there. Neffs will hop on the loose puck. Back out over the Dranch. Good intercept pass there. The Rams were able to try to get something generated. Stretch out over here. Bishop. Cross-ice pass and intercepted by Stone. Great defensive awareness from Stone. And not a lot of mustard on that pass from Bishop. Easy intercept for the Buffs defenseman. Bishop dangerously out in front of his goaltender. CU Stretch out here, over here. DePonio with speed. Corey DePonio out in front of power move. He scores! Corey DePonio with his second goal of the game. Makes it 4-0 for the Buffs. And a power move in front of the net was able to squeak at 5-hole on Curtis Fritzler. And he doubles up his goal totals tonight. 12:50 left, 4-0 for CU. Just a larger mountain to climb for the Rams after the second goal for Corey DePonio. Just feel the sails starting to deflate for the Rams. A lot of times still. Shot here out in front, another shot and a drag move here. They score! The second goal for David Lefkis. And Sally afterwards letting the CSU faithful here hear it. So 2 goals from Corey DePonio and 2 goals from David Lefkis. It's now 5-0. And back-to-back goals just given up by the Rams. The drag move, Fritzler was able to save the first one, but not able to get the second one. And Lefkis, 3 goals in the second period for the Buffs, and the Rams are just CU just piling on more and more. And for the Rams, just how can you stop the bleeding in the second period? White, dump it down into the zone. Giving chase White. Collects the puck behind the net, scooting into the corner. Sleds with White with him. Dennis White battling up to Zenz, to the point. Warfield almost loses puck there, keeps it in the zone. Warfield will send it down, and Alexandrov will collect the loose puck. Alexandrov the other way. Nifty move there. Alexandrov out in front. The puck laid there and stayed out. Fritzler with the save. Another stick snapped. Marcus Krauskos skate and get a new stick. This puck launched on over, and then a goalie change. And just noticed that is number 30, Mason Bean. So CSU pulled their goaltender, Curtis Fritzler. So Bean will step in for the goaltending duties for the rest of the game. It was the first start of the year for Fritzler, and not the way that he wanted this game to go. CU rim this around the boards. Shot here, Mason makes the save. The puck laid there, Harrison the other way. So one shot, one save for Mason Bean. And a big collision there. Burgess knocks his man down. That was Chris Falco that took the brunt of that hit. CSU in the corner. A Buffs player down on his butt. Get it up and was able to get it out. A shot here, save, blocker save by Allen. Puck laid there. It's trickled past 2 Rams player the other way. And the Rams trying to get something generated, something going, just getting that first goal out in front. Had a man looking for Goki, wasn't able to get the pass to him. Goki behind the net. Gets bumped off there. O'Brien stripped of the puck there. And a penalty coming up. I believe it will be on the Buffs. It's going to be an interference call. And the guilty party, that is number 19, that's Josh Gennon. So the fourth power play opportunity for the Rams, looking just to get one, trying to get back into this game. Harrison wins the faceoff. Vaughn, nifty move there. And shot blocked out of play. So 10-28, CU adding 3 goals in this period, making it a 5-0 game. CSU looking for anything to get on the board. Face-off controlled by the Buffs. Pitching in O'Brien. Around the boards, Warfield tried to keep it in. It was offsides, so CSU needs to touch up. Transition the other way, a short-handed attempt here. A shot blocked, and a great diving effort by Vaughn. Transition the other way, 2-on-1 at the Rams hurry. Harrison with Burgess, over to Burgess, and he fans on the puck out in front. O'Brien, and 3 Rams overskated that puck, wasn't able to get a shot on net. Burgess over to Warfield. It was a short-handed transition for the Buffs. That a great diving block by Vaughn. Transition to the 2-on-1 over there, but no Rams were able to get a shot. Kraukhaus there rather with the shot. The other way, Marcus. Cross-ice pass blocked there, was looking for White. Intercepted there and flipped on in a foot race. Carlton will win that foot race. Stripped of the puck out in front, dangerous shot here! And it was just off the side of the net. A good short-handed opportunity for the Buffs. The other way, 2-on-2. Drag shot here, shot saved by Allen, he covers up. And then after the play, Luke Hansen takes a stick high. And that was Hunter Ralstad. Well, it took a stick up high. You can see Hansen's head go back. And so with 33 seconds on the power play, the Rams will have a 5-on-3 opportunity. So just 2-minute minor. And you can hear the CU bench letting the Rams bench know what they think of that call. Still 5-0 game, 9:07 left in the second period. All CU so far. White loses that face-off. Pitching in, Carlton keeps it in momentarily. Marcus able to get the loose puck over to Hansen. So 5-on-3 for the Rams for the next 20 seconds. Harrison trying to get something going. Carlton at the top, shot here, looking for the tip, had it. Dennis White tipped it wide into the corner. Still on it. Marcus surveying the point. Shot here, sent wide behind the net. Carlton. The puck will come out to Marcus. Over to Vaughn. Back to Carlton. Over to Vaughn, and a shot here. Stick side by Allen. And that does it for the 5-on-3. But still a minute 16 left on the 5-on-4 advantage for the Rams. Looking for the first power play goal of the year. .104 left on the power play. Carlton into the Ram zone. Carlton on top of the circle, nearly gets checked there, swung it around. Burgess holds it down in the zone. Looking for a cross-ice pass, intercepted easily there, and the Buffs spring the other way. Neffs with Newmar on him. The Rams the other way, just 37 seconds left on the 5-on-4. Burgess. Shot, cross-ice pass, looking for Sleds. Puck laid there, and Sleds will hop on the loose puck. Sleds over. Sleds had a little too hot to handle on that pass, and the Buffs will send it down to kill more time on this penalty. Newmar behind his net, forechecking effort there from Krauskas. And that just about does it for the 5-on-4 for the Rams. Harrison, though, top of the circle, shot blocked. Stone with a good defensive effort there. Harrison loses the puck and the Buffs go the other way. Pass over for Stone. We'll collect on that the other way. And this will be an interference call there as Harrison takes out Alexandrov. So just as CSU is on the power play, as quickly they go to the penalty kill. 6:46 left in our game, a 5-0 lead for the CU Buffs. Looking to add on to the total. Luke, I thought I saw the hand of the referee go up. I thought there was going to be a call, but no one sits in the penalty box, so we stay 5-on-5. Slap shot here blocked. And a foot race the other way. Polasek with De Los Santos on him. Out in front, and a great save, Allen, by the turnover. Keeps CSU off the board. The other way, 1-on-1. And a backhanded shot there. Vaughn is able to block the shot. 2-on-2 the other way. De Los Santos with Morales. Offsides. And so the face-off will come out into the neutral zone.
How do you pronounce his last name? Kroskis? Kroskis, maybe?
Buffs will collect the face-off. Send it down. No icing here. And Warfield will over to the Vaughn. Rams the other way. Warfield in the zone. And a shot on. And Allen's able to collect the rebound. So not anything going offensively for the CSU Rams. Have their power play chance. They had a 5-on-3, weren't able to score on that. The power play drought continues early on in this new season. Rams, Sleds, trying to take it behind the net. Puck stripped out, come over for Lefkis. Lefkis with 2 goals already in this game. As Sue in the middle was looking for Sue. Backhand pass there. Sleds collects that over for White. White tries to get it out, kept in there by Alex Boak. And Sleds having a conversation with Boak after the whistle. But as mentioned before, the power play struggles continue for the Rams. The penalty kill, another sore spot early on. Sam Burgess will come off. Just 5:23 left in our second period. CU with a comfortable 5-0 lead. Lefkis turnaround shot here. Bean makes the save. Face-off coming up in the Ram zone. CU doing a good job in the face-off dot tonight. Boak pressuring his man, kept in. Lefkis turnaround shot here and gloved by Bean. So the trend was a very good effort last night for the Rams against DU. And just the floodgates open for the Pioneers, scoring 3 of their 5 goals in that first frame. A shot here, a save by Bean, able to make that sprawling save. Some pushing and shoving afterwards. Harrison gets talking to from one of the Buffs players. And as Elijah Sue exchanging Snapchat handles with each other. So Harrison having a conversation here. So it'll be matching roughing minors for Harrison and Lefkis. Both of them still jarring at each other. as they make their way to the penalty box. Probably talking about how whether the CU Buffs or the CSU Rams will be winning tonight against their respective. CU playing Wyoming tonight, and CSU currently playing UTSA here in Fort Collins. You didn't catch our earlier stream. Metro State played against the CSU D1 men's team, and Metro State falling in that game 3-1. We'll be bringing you every single CSU home game, as well as all DU Pioneer home games, as well as Metro State throughout this 2025-26 season. We appreciate you guys tuning in, and you can find those games on Price Productions for Metro State on their YouTube channel, and eventually for DU on their YouTube channel. We also will stream DU women's home games as well. We appreciate you guys tuning in and watching our streams. And the support is always greatly appreciated. Carlton trying to skate it in, gets bumped off and then falling down. CU is the other way. Taponio skated back into the zone. Carlton pressuring here. Taponio, nice move out in front. Taponio and a shot here, and it's saved. Trickled in, and Carlton with his second goal line save of the night. So Taponio was looking for his third goal of the game, was looking for the hat trick. Carlton playing a little bit of goaltender again. Taponio the other way. Shot here, send it through the crease. Taponio just throwing everything he can on the net, and hey, I don't blame him. It's the goal scoring touch tonight. 2 Buffs already on hat trick watch. The Buffs back into the Ram zone, and a collision at center ice. Taponio out in front, and a great save by Bean, denying the chance out in front. Again, another opportunity. The Rams able to clear it out. Some dangerous chances there. 2-on-2 the other way. Carlton. Cross ice pass there, blocked. Wasn't able to make it a stick of Carson Pets. Pets out in front. Jacob Zier with a good shot, but a better save by Allen. Jacob Zier, the lone goal scorer for the Rams last night. Looking for his second of the season. So, great save by Caleb Allen, keeps the Rams off the board. It remains a 5-0 game. And with the matching minors, it is 4-4 hockey. 22 seconds left on that matching minor. Face off into the Buff zone. 3:17 left in the second period. Cross ice pass. Shot here, gloved on by Allen, and that was Lucas Wild. With the shot, it was going wide, but Allen with the glove save there. 6 seconds left on the matching minors. Lucas Wild or Carson Pets rather, in for the face-off. Vaughn keeps it into the point. Some extra room. Vaughn at the top of the circle. Over to the Wild, a shot here, the rebound's there, and able to get it out. Good defending by the CU Buffs. The rebound was there, CSU still looking. Wild, over, back to Wild, down in the corner. Rams with the first good looking cycle of the night. The point shot here, and a blocker save by Allen. That ricocheted all the way to the center ice. Denied that chance from Lucas Wild from the point. Vaughn. Rams trying to get something. A push in the dying minutes of the period. Just 2:24 left in the second. Morales fanned on that shot. Over to Slaw. Slaw behind the net. Back to Morales, doing work behind the corner. A man trailing, looking for Hansen. The pass was too hot to handle. Hansen wasn't able to bring it down. Puck will hop up in the air. A neutral zone muddle. And will come to the Buffs' possession. Hansen, a foot race here. Again. Left kiss, turnaround shot here, blocker saved by Bean. Again, CU, Boak avoids that. Out in front, left kiss, and a chance out in front of 9 by Bean, and this puck backhanded into the net by De Los Santos. So an offensive faceoff with just 1:31 left in the second period. Looking for his third goal in the night. Lefkis wasn't able to beat Bean on the right blocker, the right pad side, excuse me. That close to having his first hat trick of the season. A shot here, blocker saved again by Bean. Nice looking shot there. Bean doing a good job coming in relief of Curtis Fritzler. Doing the Rams what they can. De Los Santos, one-on-one the other way. Good defensive sticks there by the Rams the other way. Boak, 1-on-2, gets bumped off the puck by Harrison, or Hansen rather. Left kiss from behind the net, brings it to the point. Shot here, didn't make it on. The rebound still remains there. Sue gets bumped off. Behind the net, Boak. Gets it up to the point. Over for Messner. Chase Messner. The puck will squeak out, and the Rams trying to collect it there. Good pitching effort by the Buffs to keep it in momentarily. The puck eventually does trickle out into the neutral zone. 24 seconds left in the second period. Stretch pass here. CU with numbers if they hurry. And a good defensive stick there by Max Newmar. The other way, Carlton, one last shot here, and a shot saved by Allen with just 6 seconds left on in the second period. CSU remains scoreless. Caleb Allen hasn't had a busy night, but coming up with the saves when he needs to. And as of there, Dominic Alexandrov in the CU Buffs penalty box. So just like in the first period, it looks like CSU will, a 5-minute major too. They put 5 on the board momentarily. A conversation out in front of the score box, talking to the scorekeeper there. And so Alexandrov CU with some confusion, talking to the head ref about why this call. So with just 6 seconds left, it'll be carryover time, and the Rams will have 4 minutes and 56 seconds in the third period to start that with a major with a power play and an opportunity here just to get back. Face-off won by the Buffs. Stone will just bleed the clock off, and Buffs lead this game here at the Epic Eye Center. When we come back, it'll be 4 minutes and 56 seconds of power play time for the Rams, needing anything they can get to get back in this game. We will step aside, and we will be back for the third period. You are watching CSU Rams hockey here on Price Productions. Welcome back to the Epic Ice Center here in Fort Collins, Colorado. Score is 5-0 for the visitors, and the Buffs just putting it on the Rams tonight, scoring 3 power play goals and 2 Buffs tonight, having 2 goals for David Lefkas. He has 2 goals tonight, and Corey DePonio has 2 goals tonight as well, and then Alex Buck joined the party. And that's where we are tonight for the 5-0 lead for the Buffs. At the end of the play, they put 5 on the penalty board for the CU Buffs, and we didn't see it in the corner, but Dominic Alexandrov was marked with head contact against one of the Rams players, David Marquez. And so when we come back for the third period, the Rams will have 4 minutes and 56 seconds of power play time for the major. And so that is what happened in the dying seconds of the period. And oh boy, you were to tell that the CU Buffs were not happy as they were leaving the ice, and multiple members and the coaches were having conversations, and you could just hear them walking back into the locker room with words that we cannot say on television. And we are a family business here, and we do not want to repeat what we're being said. But when we come back, nonetheless, it will be a 5-minute major against the CU Buffs. And we'll see if the Rams can claw their way back into this game and get the first one on the board. Jacob Zier is the lone goal scorer for the season so far. I know the Rams have only played 2 games this year, but Jacob Zier tied the game against Pioneers yesterday, and the Rams just have not been able to get on the score sheet in this game. We're in the third period of the DU game as well, so players are coming back on the ice. We are bringing you the third period here just momentarily. Dominic Alexandrov will be serving the 5-minute penalty for the Buffs. And it's a good opportunity for the Rams, just needing to get one and scoring early into this power play if they want to get back into this 5-goal deficit that faces them for now. So we will see if the chippiness and the intensity picks up in this game. Both sides very heated at each other, and we love that good-spirited jarring for both teams. So for the 5 for Doug Sheridan, they'll have his first line was Eustace Harrison, Tyler Vaughn out there, but switching places with Jackson O'Brien. O'Brien will be playing on the D point. So 4 forwards out for the Rams: Burgess, O'Brien, Newmar. And the third period underway. CU Stone the other way, clearing this time off and intercept there. Vaughn trying to spring Harrison the other way. Vaughn with speed. Vaughn has Harrison out in front in the corner. Buff on him. Pinching in Harrison, able to get that puck out to the point. Burgess back to O'Brien. O'Brien tried to get it to Newmar, kicked it off the skate, loses possession there, but the Rams keep it into the zone below the net. Burgess with a backhand shot here, saved by Allen. So Caleb Allen doing what he needs to tonight for the Buffs. I could mention in the second period, hasn't been busy so far. A backhanded attempt there from Burgess, was able to cover that up. I don't think Sam Burgess was able to get the lift on the puck that he wanted. 4:22 left in the major. CSU trying to get on the board. Neymar. Harrison sends it back over to Newmar. Vaughn getting heckled there, but Vaughn sends it back to the point. Fan on it there, look out over here. Boak trying to spring Sue the other way. Sue holds on to the puck, and oh, good defensive back check there from Newmar, and there will a whistle here, and I believe so that was a dangerous shorthanded opportunity. I didn't think that Elijah Sue was going to be able, but was able to stay on his maintain his composure and get back onto his feet. And wasn't able to get the shot on Mason Bean, but a great effort there nonetheless from the CU forward. Newmayer behind his net. CSU with 3 minutes and 48 seconds to work in this major. O'Brien ringing around the boards. Waiting for it is Harrison. Chipping there, that's Hunter Wallstad. Will come out, Burgess trying to get the cross ice pass there. Good defensive stick from the CU penalty kill. That was Elijah Sue. Denied that pass, so CSU has to collect back in the zone. Over to Burgess. Slips one check, intercepting the other way. A nifty move there, out in front, a shot blocks into the net. That was a good looking chance there. That was Chase Messner with the shorthanded opportunity. Carlton pass it up to O'Brien. O'Brien kicks it back to White, and White tried to get it to Burgess, and just trouble getting out of the CSU zone for the Rams, trying to get this power play set up. 3 minutes left, and CU doing their job on the penalty kill. Carlton, 1-on-2 the other way. Carlton drops it off, and a pipe 2-on-2 the other way. Looking for a shorthanded opportunity behind the net, or in the corner rather. 3 CSU players swarm. And going to work there, that's number Ben Clark. Good penalty kill effort there, killing some more time off this major. And the Buffs will send it behind the net. Carlton starts the breakout. Zach Carlton skates it in, has Morales behind him. In the corner, Morales. Carlton sends it over for Warfield. And Warfield will send it back the same way. De Los Santos battling on the corner. Carlton trade places with him. Out in front at an easy intercept, and 2-on-1 if the Rams hurry the other way. Ben Clark, cross ice pass here. And a little bit too hard to handle. And Marquez Krauskas wasn't able to pull the trigger there on the shot. 1:50 left in the major. And CSU not able to get anything set up. Bean come out to play this, but only a buff player there. Sends it around the board. Warfield can't reach the loose puck, and so CU is able to collect to kill some more time in this major. This penalty killing 101 for the Buffs. Doing what they need to, keeping CSU off the score sheet. And a shot fan out here. CU taking the puck out, killing more time over here. Goki with the puck still behind the net, and a shot laid there. And it's still there, Bean. And it stays out. A good defensive fire drill in the zone for the Rams. And the Buffs that close with a shorthanded goal on this major. And that would have out in front, and another chance there. Cannot afford to give up another goal if you're the Rams. It's a major for CU, but it looks like in the last couple of seconds a CU power play, as they had the last couple chances there. About 6 minutes left in the third period. Still 5-0 for CU. And absolute penalty kill beauty from the Buffs, doing everything they need to kill off that major. Still 51 seconds left for the Rams, but an offensive faceoff for the black and gold. Vaughn gets it over for Carlton. White, rather, in the zone. Dennis White trying to get it out in front. Intercepted there. Shot here, saved by Allen. Puck lays there, and CSU is able to collect. Bishop. And a shot from the point, saved by Allen. And Bishop there couldn't pull in a rebound. So first couple chances from this major. Out in the point, a shot here. Blocked, and the puck lays there. White tried to poke at it. Allen's able to swat it aside. 16 seconds left in the major. Vaughn, good move here. Gets it over. And a shot here. Save. There are 2 Buffs players that blocked that shot from Lucas Wild. And so 5 seconds left about the major, and then blocking shots and doing what the Buffs need to, and on his feet, Alexandrov's ready to rejoin the play. So the penalty killing, doing their job, and again, we'll go in an 0 for for the Rams in the power play. Not able to cash in on any of their power play chances. 5 seconds here, last shot. Vaughn with some space. Vaughn with a shot. Glove save by Caleb Allen. Makes it look easy. You saw that puck all the way. A little flash of the glove there, and that's a forward's nightmare when a goaltender makes a save that easy. So penalties killed over. Power plays over for the Rams. Great job by the Buffs killing that penalty off. So we're back 5-on-5. CSU not able to convert, but in the offensive zone, Harrison takes a hit from behind. And Neffs swinging out. Stretch out pass here. Vaughn with a good intercept. I'll bump it up for O'Brien. Jackson O'Brien. Cross ice hits. Vaughn and looks for the cross ice pass. He had a man streaking down, wasn't able to get him the puck. Vaughn still battling in the corner. Burgess trying to pinch in there. Harrison swatting at the puck, and O'Brien will just swing this back in, and so CSU is able to get a line change. 14-16 left in the second period. The score is 5-0. CSU not able to score on their five-minute major. Smithberger surveying on the front of the zone. 3-on-1 for Smithberger. Loses the puck, but CU keeps it in, and the puck will trickle on to Mason Bean, and he'll just cover up. Curtis Fritzler for the Rams started the game, but a rough outing for him for his first start of the season for the Rams. And in relief, Mason Bean came in at the end of halfway through the second period. Bean playing that game yesterday. CU, good forechecking there. Muddled up the neutral zone. CSU is not able to break out. Newmar swings it around the boards. Good forechecking effort by the Buffs, and will come out to the middle of the ice and going the other way. Prime Morales tried to get it down, and a good effort by Stone to knock that puck from him. Prime Morales last year joined the Rams halfway through the season, starting with the team again. One of the returners from last year. Morales will spring again in the neutral zone, and Krauskas strips the puck from him. CU going the other way, and Morales loses his stick. The refs will clear that dead wood off the ice. And for the Buffs, don't want to take any more mistakes and just playing really good disciplined hockey. Goki makes a man miss, and cross ice pass here, and a shot sent over the net. A nifty passing play and a prime opportunity there for the Buffs. Wasn't able to convert. That was Saul Dranch with the one-timing shot there. He just sent it over the net. So face-off will come out into the neutral zone. Face-off controlled by the Buffs. Bringing into the Ram zone, sending around the boards. Shot out here, rebound there. And Levkis almost close to his third goal of the game. Wasn't able to put the rebound home. Still pressuring here, Bean with the glove save. Shot coming from the point. That was Hunter Ralstad. Bean was able to cover up there. Mason Bean playing well, coming in relief for Fritzler. Has kept CU off the board since their last goal in the second period. Face off, shot from the point, sent into the corner. White swats at it. CSU trying to get it out. Warfield blows a tire. Good control. Buck sends the puck out of the net, and he gets slammed in the penalty. He gets slammed in the boards, and this will be a power play for the Buffs. And Dennis White getting that penalty as he throws Boak in the boards, and so White obviously not happy about that, but another power play opportunity for CU, and that's an area tonight where they have shined. 3 of their goals tonight have been from the power play. So another chance to add on another one for the black and gold here at Epic Ice Center. Face-off control by Alexandrov. Down the zone, left kiss. Cross-ice pass here, Bean makes the save. Good movement from this penalty so far. Deponio to Alexandrov. Deponio collects a loose puck. Left kiss off the top of the circle. Left kiss, cross-ice pass here. The puck lays over the net. Bean makes that save, and CSU is able to send it down the ice. So just as it was a 5-minute major for CSU going into the beginning of the third period, it's a 5-minute major for the Buffs as Dennis White was a boarding call. And so both teams having major penalties tonight. See if CU could capitalize on this opportunity and add some more cushion to their 5-goal lead. Alexandrov drops it off to Deponio. Deponio in the corner. Behind the net, CU set up. Alexandrov calling his pass over to Lefkis. Cross ice, Deponio, backhand shot here, sent wide. Smithberger in the corner, looking around the ice. Smithberger with it, back to Alexandrov. Cross ice pass here, and CSU will skate it out 2-on-1 the other way. And Harrison, frustration there, wasn't able to control the puck. Would have been a 2-on-1 for the Rams the other way, but he couldn't control it. Smithberger below the corner, out in front, slap shot here, blocked by Vaughn. The puck still lays there by his feet, and another CU player falls. That was number 19. That was Josh Gennon. But CU back to work out in front, wasn't able to get the shot, and CSU is able to send it down. 3:13 left on this major penalty. Boarding by Dennis White. And some frustrations going over on the CU's bench. I think that was David Lepkus that was voicing his frustrations with tonight's game, but the Buffs with the lead. That was Sue with the shot, saved by Bean. Boak with Vaughn on him. From his knees, able to get it to Sue. Elijah Sue. Stone. On the top of the circle, Stone. Retreat back to the top of the point. Cross ice. Out in front, he had Sue there. Wasn't able to get the shot off. Puck's in the corner, Vaughn. Sue with a good move. On the top of the circle, tapping on stick. Ready for it was Kroskus. Too far in the reach there. So 2 minutes left on the major. CU looking to add on to their total. Stone skates it in. Turns it around, cross ice pass there. Cronkhouse has it land below the net. Deponio falling, reaching and lunging for that. Clearing attempt will be sent wide, only about to the red line. So CU with a partial change here. Stone drops it off. Corey Deponio. 2 goals tonight. Cross ice pass here blocked. Newmeyer. And a great penalty kill so far. So just 1:30 left. 8:46 in the third period. A comfortable 5-0 lead for the Buffs. Smithberger skated into the corner behind the net. Smithberger over to Deponio. Behind the net, out in front. Left kiss. Back to Deponio. Out in front, a shot here, he scores! Beautiful passing play by the Buffs. It is 6-0. It's Josh Gennon joining the scoring party tonight. His first goal of the season. And a 6-0 game, and still 1:05 left on the max, or the major penalty rather, excuse me. And it was good passing, cross ice there, and Gannon with just the tap in. So another penalty, another power play goal going against the Rams. Just Steponio assisting on that goal. Still a minute left on the major. Steponio. Out in front, turnover here. Gannon sweeping at it. Alexandrov keeps it in. Left kiss. Shot in front, looking for the tip. He had Steponio crashing the net. Blocked in front, but it stays in play. Smithberger. Gannon with a shot here. Bean trying to save a rebounds there. Smithberger gets it out. Collected by the Buffs. Carlton sweeps out and is able to get it out. And on the line change, Smithberger coming down with Gannon. Trailing. Shot here. In the breadbasket, and the rebound was there. Comes out for Marcus. Marcus swats at it. Kept in by the point by Alexandrov. Alexandrov switching places. Steponio gets stripped, and it will come out. So that will just about do it for the major for CU. Adding on to their total, making it a 6-0 game. Nifty move there by Genn, but bumped off there by Hansen. Marcus. Stripped of the puck, turnover, almost a turnover here by Smithberger. Almost playing robbery of Marcus. And Smithberger again with the forecheck. Pass kept in CU to the point, and a miscommunication and waiting for it. Polasek collected into the zone. Stretch pass here. Going the other way. Hansen able to tip the puck momentarily. White pinching in with Hansen. Two Rams, two Buffs. Hansen swats at it, will come to the point. And a blocking attempt there, glove down, going the other way. Burgess couldn't handle the puck. And it's kind of been the story tonight for the Rams, not being able to generate any offensive zone pressure and traversing through the neutral zone. Been a struggle for this Rams team tonight. The puck went and hit the ceiling, so that's the whistle. An offensive zone face-off for the Rams. Harrison wins it back, quick play into the point. Shot here, sent wide of the net, not on the mark there. Lucas Wild with the chance. Vaughn, shot here, tipped on, collected there by Stone, able to get it out of harm's way. O'Brien, turnaround shot here behind the net. Burgess out in front, had a man there. Harrison wasn't able to connect. Burgess over to Harrison. And pinching down with O'Brien, he was able to miss. Vaughn trying to get past two. Vaughn just sweeps the shot on. Caleb Allen was able to sweep it into the corner. Send the other way, 2-on-1 for the Buffs, the other way. And a shot here blocked. Great diving effort there by Lucas Wild. Keeps that 2-on-1 chance going into the back of his net. That was Marius Krokhaus. Trying to get the cross ice pass there. Buck. Hackett will send it into the Ram zone. Pass here for Bishop. Gets bumped off the puck. Stone sent it in the neutral zone. Waiting for it was Lefkis. Boak the other way. Sue back to Boak. Wasn't able to take the shot. The puck laid there. No one saw it. That hit a tip on the post. Just 4:47 left remaining in our tonight's game. CU doing their job on the power play. Scoring 4 of their goals tonight on the man advantage. Adding one momentarily a couple moments ago, making it a 6-0 game. So 4 different goal scorers tonight for the Buffs. 2 for DePonio and 2 for Levkis. And Alex Boak getting the first, joining the action in the second period, and then the last goal coming from Josh Gennon for the Buffs. Haven't talked about him much, but Caleb Allen on the other end for the Buffs doing his job, keeping the Rams off the scoreboard so far. Out in front, a shot here, he scores! Another beautiful passing play, and Smithberger makes it 7-0. So the 7 goals scored tonight make it 5 different Buff players getting on the score sheet. It was a beautiful pass from behind the net, and Smithberger was able to beat the stick side on the one-timer there. Stone sending it back to the net. And just for the Rams, you were looking for out in front, and a shot here. A great backhanded chance by Neffs. Wasn't able to beat Bean. Almost close there for adding 8. Having 8 on tonight. As mentioned, just the first 2 periods against the Pioneers, you really liked what you saw from the Rams team, just keeping it close against the Pioneers, and then unfortunately in the third period kind of losing grasp of this game. But tonight's been a different story from the puck drop and just not being able to get anything going their way, and then win. Credit for the Buffs having their opportunities and making no mistake. And in this division, which the teams that we have, you know, you want to minimize as many of the mistakes you make in your own zone and the neutral zone. And Doug Sheridan will have a talk. The team try to regroup them next week. The puck in the Ram zone. Rams trying to get it out. Kraukas pitching in. The Buffs will keep it in. A backhanded pass there. Beauty one. There was 2 Buff players there. Neither on the shot. And the shot here blocked by Dennis White. The puck will come back to the Buffs player. Alexandrov passing over to Vert. Shot in front. Had a man there off the skates and goes into the corner. Benton Walshaw in the corner for the Rams. Tried to get it out, but the Buffs doing a good job of just hounding the Rams in their own zone. Not able to get anything going, and that's just kind of been the story for about 55 minutes so far in this game. Just the Rams just not able to keep offensive zone pressure in the Buff zone. The best looking chances that they had coming at the beginning of this period with the major, but not able to get anything past Caleb Allen. And the other end of that, there's 2 and a big hit here to send the Buffs player into the scoreboard, scorekeeper's box rather. And a Buffs player without his helmet, that's Sam Burgess, and so play will come to a stop. And 2:24 left in a game that's just very lopsided and just not what Doug Sheridan was hoping tonight would play out when he woke up this morning thinking about this game. But it's a long season ahead of these Rams, and it's about learning from the mistakes made today and just moving on and fixing what they can and getting themselves prepared for the next one. You can't keep thinking too much about the previous games, and just you learn from this, move on from it, and hopefully bounce back the next time the Rams are back in action. Buffs the other way. Backhanded pass for Smithberger behind the net. Turnaround shot here, and Bean will cover up. Join us next week on the 25th when Metro State plays at the Promenade. As well, we'll also have coverage of the University of Denver at Magnus Arena. Both of those games will be available to watch on Price Productions. Metro State, you can catch their games streamed on their Metro State YouTube channel. Teams should have their respective streaming links in their social media, so give them a follow. We will also appreciate all the support for this weekend tuning into these games. And we will keep bringing you these games every Friday and Saturday. Like I said, CSU, all home games. And DU and Metro State and DU's women's as well. Minute 36 left in the game. DU, one more transition shot, a shot from Elijah Sue, and Mason Bean able to hold on. So, a good first game for the CU Buffs, and doing everything that they wanted to do to set the tone for their season early. CSU played last night, but tonight was the first game for the Buffs. And for the CU Buff faithfuls, liking what they see tonight against the Rams. Face-off controlled by the Buff. Stone, clearing attempt, numbers for the Rams as they hurry. Vaughn, 1-on-2. Out in front, a shot here, and a save by Allen. The best looking chance for the Rams tonight. And Allen sliding across, denies that chance. A shot from the point, sent behind the net. The shot coming from Kirk Slaw. And Caleb Allen with a nifty save there. Vaughn pitching in, wasn't able there, so transition the other way, a 2-on-1 for the Buffs if they hurry. Sue trailing, a backhand shot, he scores! Elijah Sue, his first with CU. You can hear his teammates off of the bench screaming his name, Sue, as he scores a nifty goal. And two CSU Ram players around him was able to get it to the backhand and just send it top shelf, beat him stick side, Mason Bean, and it's an 8-0 game with just less than a minute left. And so they grabbed that puck for Elijah, posted it on their Instagram page for CU rather, posting welcome to the team post for each of the new members for CU. So, welcome to the Buffs. Elijah scoring a nifty goal and another 2-on-1 for the Buffs. Smithberger was trailing there. Great play from the Rams. Hansen bumped off the puck there, and Slaw was just sending around. So, both teams is kind of bleeding off this clock. Don't want to make any silly mistakes here. CU taking care of business on the road against the Rams, and for the Rams, disappointing home opener for sure for the Ram faithful. A good amount of people here at the Epic Ice Center in attendance for both sides. Face off one back by the Rams. Backhanded here. With that, CU with the final score beating the CSU Rams 8-0. It was an onslaught from this drop of the puck, and CU doing what they need to early on in the season. On behalf of Douglas Sheffield and Claire Kostelnik, Sean Rosenberg here on broadcast, we appreciate you guys tuning in tonight. Again, final score 8-0 here on Epic, here at the Epic Ice Arena. And catch us next week on Price Productions for the games that we have. And until then, signing off. Have a good night.